Okay, hello guys and welcome back to Chris Flies Planes. Chris here of course, and today we are back in Aerofly FS2, which is a flight simulator that seems to be exceptionally popular with you guys. And we are flying the beautiful F-15E Strike Eagle and checking out today, let's jump out and have a look at the map. We're just checking out the new DLC content, free DLC content for Aerofly, which is the Colorado region. So if we jump into navigation, I think. Yeah. Not let me zoom out very far, but you can see just how much more map we actually have now. It's pretty incredible. And we're just going to do a quick flight today, guys. We are flying from Colorado Springs over to Telluride. So just flying directly over the Rockies. Do some low-level flying, should be a lot of fun. Let's get going. So, see the Strike Eagle here. We've got back seat and front seat, which is pretty cool. In case you ever wondered, and let's have a look at the map again very quickly here and just check where we are taxiing. So we're going to go to the end here, turn left, turn down, okay, I vaguely remember. We're saying that, I don't actually remember this very first bit here. Have a look one more time. We're just going straight forwards and hang right at the end, okay. Okay. So yeah, we haven't flown this flight sim in quite some time. I had a lot of problems with it not recognizing my joystick and throttle. I ended up having to uninstall and reinstall it, which is a 130 gigabyte download, which took a while, and that didn't fix it, so I then had to uninstall and reinstall Steam. So yeah, massive pain in the ass, but we've got it all working now. We've got the X50, 55? Yep, the X55 joystick and throttle working again. And I forget every single time just how absolutely gorgeous this flight sim looks. Resolution's fantastic, the quality's fantastic, even works really well in the headset. I'm flying obviously in the Rift right now, the Oculus Rift. Not something I often do for videos. But seeing as we're just having a little bit of a fun low-level flight today, it is very useful to have the Rift. And hopefully a little bit more immersive for you guys, and also I can just look at things and show you guys, for example, how incredibly epic those mountains look over there. Sadly, the cockpit in these planes still is not particularly clickable. A lot of it still isn't modeled. I know some of the planes, they have a lot more stuff modeled, like the Dash, whatever it is, QA400. But the fighter jets, sorry, seem to be getting a little bit neglected right now. Why did we stop there? Did we put our parking brake on somehow? Hello? Oh yeah, we did. Not just for parking brake on there, the throttle. Yeah, aside from that, I had a bit of a fly yesterday, and the flight mechanics themselves seem to be improved in these aircraft. Seems to be less arcadey. This aircraft is still extremely high-powered. Should make it for a lot of fun today. Is that our turn? Very well looks like it might be our turn here. Thrown away. I'm also really looking forward to them finally getting the air traffic control simulation done. They've made a lot of big, lofty promises in terms of it being better than anything else on the market. Or certainly they're hoping it's going to be better than anything else on the market. So we'll see about that. I'm quite excited. Obviously Aerofly FS2 is now out of beta. It's now an official release. So what that normally means is you should be seeing less frequent but bigger updates normally. But we'll see what happens. I hope they continue developing it. They seem to be continuing to develop it quite aggressively. So I'm hoping that they keep pushing out updates. I've noticed for Orbex is starting to do content for it now. It's starting to get Orbex scenery, which is really cool. I'd love them to add the UK in, but I can't imagine there's a huge market for it right now. But certainly that would be fantastic. To be able to fly the Mach Loop with this level of quality and smoothness would be super great. Okay. Everything okay in the back? Everything looks... I love jumping into the back. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's jump back into the front again. And one thing I do notice is we do not have a map, which is not ideal. I wish I could switch this guy. I don't think I can, which is quite annoying. Number 2, do you have a map anywhere? You do not also have a map. It's quite frustrating. What I might actually do, I'm just going to slam the brakes on here. I'm going to do something a little bit off-piste and switch over to F-18 with the get the... Yeah, let's do the NASA skin, why not? Another cool thing about this flight sim is exceptionally easy to jump in and out of settings and change planes. Okay, so this one has a map. I obviously can't pull up the moving map onto the screen, so we're now in the this beautiful guy, the F-18, with the NASA skin, which is an absolute beaut. Just want to see, but you can see we've actually on the MFD there we've got a map of our navigation plan. So again, a little bit of a deficiency in the F-15, but there we go. Let's get ready to go here. Okay. Go. Let's check everything is configured correctly. So let's go down to half flaps. Air brake is off. Should be good to go here. Okay, rotate. And let's get gear up. And let's get flaps up. Let's point this bird upwards. There we go. That is quite some power, isn't it? And let's throw that. Bring it down. Up. Okay, so that took us up to about 17,000 feet, which is a pretty impressive rate of climb there. And see all these beautiful mountains in front of us. It's good just to get up here, plan out our initial course. I think I can see where we're going to be going here. That next valley looks pretty tempting. Doesn't this scenery just look absolutely incredible from up here? With desert off to the left there, and all these beautiful Rocky Mountain chains off to the right. Yeah, right. Throttle it down. Air brake on. Let's chuck her on down here. It's absolutely fantastic being able to fly this in the Oculus Rift. So much fun. Going to shoot out this little valley off our nose here, so point itself towards our little road junction there. That can be our entry point. We can do our own little Mach loop flying here. So this valley goes nicely round up to the left. I'm going to be keeping around 300 to 400 knots here, somewhere around 350 tends to be pretty good for the old maneuverability. Just pop our head outside the aircraft quickly and check we're configured. All looking pretty good there. What a good looking aircraft, eh? Throttling up. And here we go. We've got about 100 nautical, I think maybe even 160 nautical miles of this, guys. Should take us a little under half an hour. Hopefully it'll be interesting for you guys as we tour this beautiful scenery, do some low-level flying, which is always super, super fun. Okay. These hills. Oh, thank God the trees haven't got collision models. The scenery is absolutely amazing. I'll be spending 6 months in the States myself this time, in about 6 months. Well, we're heading out in 2 months. Me and my lovely girlfriend are going to be heading out to the Appalachian Trail. We're going to be walking from Georgia to Maine on the east coast of the States, up the Appalachian Mountain Trail. So hopefully lots of beautiful scenery like this. I will be queuing up a whole load of videos hopefully, so you guys shouldn't notice anything different. In fact, my videos will probably be more regular, to be honest. But yeah, I'd love scenery like this. We're walking the whole way, living in a tent. It's going to be pretty exciting. Okay, up and over we go. Looks like might be able to sneak around this way. It's fun to do this low-level flying and just basically pretend that, you know, you're staying below radar, just trying to stay out of detection. Ooh, okay, just punch the afterburner up there. Bail on that turn. and dive back down into here. It was a very good test of your flying drops here. Keep it nice and low, keep that speed under control, constantly making these little throttle adjustments, little stick adjustments. Try and keep her under control. Need to be turning right somewhere. I'm hoping it will allow us somewhere in this valley here. Okay, yep. Punch her out through here, I reckon. Get a little bit more power on. Over we go. Down into this valley here. Flying that throttle. Throwing her around. Okay. I may have dinged to the ground somewhat there. We are heading off course. It's just punch some throttle here. Get her over and back on course. So I bet you've got a little bit of a flat bit coming up here, so we're going to just punch the afterburner on and take her up. Just pop her into a 45-degree climb here. Stick autopilot on to hold us. And look at this scenery, guys. Isn't this just absolutely breathtaking? Beautiful mountains all behind us, up at 24,000 feet now, maintaining about 400 knots. So this plane is definitely not a sloth. There we go, let's level her out around 30 here. Oh, there's a lot of negative G's there. Just look at how absolutely gorgeous everything is around here. This is Colorado, guys, the new DLC, free DLC I've got to say, from Aerofly FS2. And it's an absolute beaut. Our speed back up here. Just wonderful. Okay, looks like we might get a little bit more mountainous here, so let's see a nice river there that looks nice and tempting for us. Let's loop over so we're not pulling a huge amount of negative G's, and let's shoot down for this river valley here. I'm going to slam our air brake on, just to keep our speed down. Fighting gravity as hard as we can. You can see this mountain goes all the way through there. I reckon we can, this river valley goes all the way through. Should be a lovely way to punch through this next bit. Air brake in. And flying power. Get my nose up here. Down we go. Mountains either side of us here. Okay. We're going pretty fast here. Quickly burn off that speed down this valley. Go back in the sweet spot there speed-wise. So when you see this valley clear as day from up at 30,000 feet, once you're down in it, more power, a little bit more speed there. Okay. Not sure what we're going to be doing here. Let's pop around this way. Bring it back on towards our flight plan. We want to be punching our way through here some way. Keeping an eye on that speed and that altitude. Right, let's see if we can dive through this little valley here. Woo, that was a clencher. That was a clencher. Oh yeah, this looks beautiful. Oh, I should have slid her down there, but too late for that. Pop her over here. Back on flight path. And let's pop it down into here. Right, okay. Not much in ways of values through here, so try and keep it low following the terrain. So we can probably pop it between these two peaks here, keeping that terrain cover. Whoa, okay. Over this ridge here. So we've got another big range. Whoa, okay. So another big range coming in front of us. Gun the afterburner here, just get us forward a little bit. Looks like we're going to be aiming for this valley that's just right off our nose here. Should get us through the next one. We've got some big range in front of us here. Lots of very, very high mountains. Okay. And to idle. Air brake on, and there we go. Beautiful. Right. That mountain in front of us, absolutely spectacular. Got a little bit of clouds coming down low here, which could be a little bit of a bugger for us. I thought there was going to be a little bit more of a valley here. Our eyes out. Cloud could be putting us in an exceptionally dangerous position here. Got some very, very high mountains up and around us. A little bit more power on here. So going up and over this one. At 12,000 feet. Yeah, we go. Beautiful. Once again, let's just get the burn on here. Turn that speed off nice and quickly here. Checking our air brakes actually down. I love playing this in the Rift, guys. It's so useful when you want to look behind you, look out your window. Super, super useful. Cloud cover is terrifying me. Go nose up there and just try and climb through this cloud a little bit. Down we go. Just burn for this valley out ahead of us. Shouldn't be too long left to Telluride now. Telluride's a very interesting approach. I think you'll probably quite enjoy it. This looks like a beautiful valley in front of us here. Clouds are a bit squiffy in virtual reality, but it might be because I have the visual settings dialed down just a little bit as I'm recording and playing in VR. Okay, let's just take that one over this way. Beautiful. Over we go. Lots of negative G. What's a cloud cover here? Let's see if we can find our way underneath it, maybe. Actually, it doesn't. Maybe it'll be alright here. I can just about make out. But point her up and bail. a little bit too much cloud cover around here, really, to get down low and have some fun. Let's point her off in the direction of Telluride here. Isn't this just great scenery, guys? Great fun. Looks absolutely beautiful. So much fun to fly around in. I could spend all day flying around here in a jet, making my own version of the Mach loop, you know? Super, super fun. And even if you're into the big jet, the jetliner stuff, you know, I'm sure this scenery looked absolutely gorgeous from cruising altitude as well. It's just a great looking game, you know. At 1.5 Mach. Making some good progress now. I'm not sure if fuel is modelled in this yet. Just lock our autopilot in. Let's have a look around. Isn't it just absolutely beautiful, guys? Let's step out the plane. Isn't she a beaut? Try and remember controls here for view settings. Ah, here we go. This is what we want. What a plane, what a beautiful model. And it genuinely does feel a lot less arcadey. We're at 1.6 Mach here. And I do think the planes do seem a little bit overpowered. Generally the flight modelling seems to be a lot better. It seems to be a lot less arcadey than it was. I don't know if this has been improved or what, but look at that beautiful valley through there. Looks like it'd be a bit of a giggle. All the way down, look at that. And a lovely flight through there, I don't doubt. At 1.7 Mach now. We are really shifting. Yeah, just a beautiful game. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the map and see how we're doing here. Alright, so we've got a little bit more to go and then we should be beginning our approach down to Telluride. I think we can probably dive down here and have a little bit more fun before we come in for our approach. Lovely path down here. It's always good in these games if you can, you're flying to follow roads or rivers, because they're always going to take the path of least resistance through these mountains. Generally means a really fun valley to fly through. Get a lot of switchbacks sometimes, which can definitely really test your flying prowess. I think actually we want to be going this way more. Let's just follow this valley around to the right and then to the left. Hopefully this will be taking us about where we want to be going. And the speed build up a little bit here, just so we can burn a lot of it off, and this likely to be quite a tight turn around this corner here. Should set us up for some nice altitude flying. Here we go. This valley. Dive much lower into this. I don't want to crash before Telluride, but look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. All these valleys. Imagine how fun it would be dogfighting around here. Diving in and out. Maintaining a lovely high speed through here. 0.75 Mach, 420 knots. Very close to that wall. This valley is beautiful. Mark this one on a map, guys. It's approach to Telluride. Just gorgeous. So we can push our luck a little bit with speed here. Still handling quite nicely. What a blockbuster this valley is, eh? Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And that looks to be about it there. Okay, so I can see our turn point up on the radar now for Telluride Airport. So start getting ourselves lined up for this. Bring our throttle right down here. And as soon as we hit this turn point, probably about ready to start our configuration on final. As I said, this is quite an interesting approach, as you can probably guess, given we're pretty close to the airport now and we are in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. I think Telluride's actually a ski resort by winter and mountain biking by summer. As you can imagine, it's quite a quite the hilly area. Start off the turn onto final here. Just get some air brake on, just burn off the last bit of that speed. Beautiful turn onto final. A little bit more here. Watch out for this peak in front of you, eh? I'm going to go first stage of flaps. And burn a little bit more speed off and we can probably go gear down here. Yeah, I'll do. So gear down. Keeping an eye on that speed there, definitely want to keep it above 200 if we can. A little bit nervous about this cloud here, we're just going to try and keep fairly level through it. We're on the approach path, so shouldn't be too risky. We can probably go to our second stage of flaps now. And hopefully just once we get clear of this cloud, we should be on the approach path for Telluride. There we go. A little bit off to the right here. We can correct that. Okay. Not the longest runway in the world here. Be a little bit careful as we come down, reducing our throttle, keeping our nose pointed towards this right close part of the runway here, just to make sure we have plenty of opportunity to stop. Looking quite nicely lined up here. A little bit to the side, get some rudder on here, a bit more rudder on here. Begin our flat. What I say about landing nice and early on the runway? It's going to be a little bit close here. Full air brake. Sorry, full air brake now. Start applying our brakes. There we go. I think most of the runway, eh? Try and roll her up here and show you guys what would have happened if we had gone long. How's that? at the end of a runway, eh? What a drop off there, just down into that valley. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. This was Chris Flies Planes flying this absolutely beautiful F-18 in the new DLC from Aerofly FS2, Colorado region. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and fly safe.